Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rabbit Hole Heroines. My name is Jessica, the Big Weird Mom.
I'm Jess, Crazy Mother Runner.
And we are back after, I know. Hey, strangers.
I know, right?
We're back after what? It's been like 3.5 weeks?
Yeah,
maybe
weeks,
more. Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Where did you went on vacation, right? Where'd you go?
I wouldn't call it a vacation, but yeah, sure. I went on vacation. No, we went to Falmouth and Cape Cod. My husband has not seen his mom in 2 years, so we went and visited her.
Nice.
The house was a little crowded. It was a short trip, but
yeah,
it was good. It was good.
Fun.
The weather was beautiful. I was super jealous of the weather. I was like, can I bring it home with me?
Yeah.
Because Virginia weather's just hot and horrible. So
yeah. Fun. Yeah, we I would say my vacation was 90% work too, but we were at Disneyland, so
but you have kids, so that's why.
Can't complain. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you have little kids, so that's work in itself. Like that's just work in itself.
I was really impressed though. He my little almost 4-year-old, we went to celebrate his birthday. That's not for another couple weeks, but he just hit 40 inches, so like he can now go on all of the fun rides, and like he's obsessed with cars, so he got to go on the Cars ride, and
that's exciting though.
Yeah, he did so well. He even went on like Guardians of the Galaxy, like the big drop ride.
Oh wow.
Twice. He was
this
super into it.
This is Disneyland, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Disney World is not on the agenda because they are currently in COVID crisis.
Don't talk about it. I just rebooked our last April vacation for Thanksgiving to Disney World. So yeah,
well,
I don't want to think about it.
It's a good idea though. I mean, Florida is just a petri dish of COVID at this point.
I know it is. I mean, by then, I assume all 5 of us will be fully vaccinated versus just 4 of us. So that's the only upside, and we will mask. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I guess we're just gonna play it by ear.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like besides like dining and stuff, like you're outside for the most part anyway. And if you're wearing a mask while you're waiting in line on the inside for rides, like just wipe everything down. It's fine.
I know. Just carry like bottled hand sanitizers on my hips, like like the psycho mom, like sanitize. Oh my God. Okay. So anything new? Anything new in the world of the internet?
I mean, I feel like I've been avoiding the internet for the last couple weeks, but
I need to do that.
I've had this really weird compulsion where like every time I look at my phone, unless I'm listening to an audiobook, like I just don't even want to touch it. And I think part of it is my almost 2-year-old is like trying to steal it at every opportunity, and it becomes a fit every time I try to take it away. But like I just have this like revulsion to my phone right now, and I'm like, just need to take a break. So
I need that. I like, you know what, honestly, I was contemplating taking a break, just because of all the drama with going on with TikTok right now. And then of course I got on my freaking TikTok and said, hey, I have an idea. And that is where I am right now. Trying to birth an idea that is a little overwhelming. I'm not a great, what's the word? I'm not great at delegating. I'm also like, I was the girl that like when you had to do the team assignments, I just did all the fucking work because I did not trust anyone else. Like I'm that person. So I'm type A, I'm ADHD. So literally I made this video last Monday So just a little over a week ago. And I was like, I have a plan. I would love to create a page to unite the left in an essence, like all the way from moderate baby lefties like myself to straight up, you know, communists. They're not a big fan, but I wanted to include them too, with kind of this idea that there are common goals that we all have. We just have really different versions of how to get there. So in my mind, it seemed like really great and fantastic. And it still seems really great and fantastic. My biggest hurdle right now, and I feel like, you know, I can't keep making videos like begging people for content, but my biggest hurdle is it has to be a page that speaks to what kind of people it wants involved. So not only left, but diversity. And like, I love all of the creators that have like reached out to me, and I want them to continue to do so. But it's like so funny. I've been personally reaching out to creators because I have like 12 amazing videos from amazing creators that are all white dudes. And I'm like, I love you guys. You're fantastic. But this is not what I want the page to represent. So of course I'm like, you know, and then there's this other issue with, women, especially amazing, like people of color, women creators that are on here. I mean, there are so many, like, I love the Opinionated Queen. I love, like, there's just so many, and, just creeping. So I've personally reached out to a couple of them, and a lot, and some have responded, some have not, but a big thing I think for them right now is hesitation. Like, do I want to get on board with a project that I really don't know truly where it's going, what its intention is? And I totally understand that. But then the flip of that is like, but if I don't present that type of content on this page, it's never going to be a page they want to be a part of. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's a very big, like, double-edged sword. I literally for 3 days didn't sleep because I wanted to think of a freaking name. Like, it was, and everyone's like, just pick one. I'm like, no, like it's like, I want people to like tell me, hey, what do you like? And the only person that was really like on board to like go back and forth was, I love him. Don't be silent, Abe. And he's he's such a diva. And like, everything was like, he nitpicked, and I'm like, but he's doing it because he's right. You know, he wants it to be a perfect name. So I finally like made an executive decision because we had the video, and I was like, okay, we have a video, and I don't want to post the video until the name of the page is made. So Coalition for Humanity, it was.
I love it.
Yeah. Do you have one sentence I could use to ask creators to make a video and send it to you? Because once they say yes, I can send them to her. Yeah. I made like a little, I can send it to you. I made a little like quick snippet of like how I wanted to ask creators. So like in a little quick paragraph of like, this is what it is. This is what I'm looking for. Do you want to participate? And then you can kind of custom it to who it's going to. So I have that already. I can send it to you on IG. But yeah, like I'm excited. But again, like you said, like I feel like right now is kind of a time that I need to step back a little bit. I go back to work in 3 weeks. And I feel like TikTok and just passions that I really am passionate about, but have kind of taken over my summer. And I feel super mom guilt right now. And like, you know, I mean, I know you don't deal with it quite as much as I do, but just dealing with fucking negative, nasty humans is exhausting.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And, but yeah, like I was just talking to Kate, World's Okaytis, and I was just like, you know, like I really kind of want to step away a little bit, but at the same time, I've like kind of jumped like all feet, hands, body into this initiative, and I want it to work.
Right.
So it's like,
right.
I can't step away too far because I have to be, you know, constantly kind of in contact. So anyways, mainly we wanted to jump on here and just like talk a little bit about this, share the video, And then we can catch up on Telegram. And I don't know, how's Parlor? Is Parlor like a thing?
Yeah, Parlor has been actually in the last couple of days, I've noticed they are like doubling down, and especially like they are all talking about obviously the January 6th testimonies.
Commission, yeah.
They are like so far in denial. It is absolutely crazy. Like, you know, people like if you think, did you hear the voicemail that was left on one of the
zones,
it's like that, but like 10 times worse. And like I did a video on it last night and I couldn't even read half the stuff because they were just like talking about, it's awful. It's so awful. And the fact that like they used Parler to facilitate this attack and then are you now using it to like spread information, disinformation about how it was, you know, manufactured by Pelosi and Bezos and all of this stuff.
FBI and every week it's a new blame game. I know. And
it's like, you know, it might as well be the apocalypse. I mean, like, especially people like, you know, InfoWars is convinced that like they are building concentration camps for people who don't take the vaccine. Like, if only. Like,
anyway. One could wish. I'm so like the disinformation around not only the vaccines, but like, so right now, like I literally made 2 videos in the last 24 hours because one girl was like, they recalled all of the tests. Did you see talking about COVID tests? So she was using a thing that didn't recall any tests. Even Candace Owens retweeted. I'm like, really, dumb bitch? Like, you of all people retweeted this and did not investigate it? I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but it was still. But basically, they were saying that they now have a new COVID test that has the ability to not only test for COVID-2, but it also has the ability to test for various strains of the flu. Therefore, kill multiple birds with one stone. So if someone comes in sick, we do a single swab. We know right away if you have the flu, AB, or if you have COVID, or none of the above. So the existing tests are not being discontinued. They're literally going to stay into play till December 31st when this new batch of tests. So the test existing, there's no issues with it. So that was the first one I had to debunk. And then today, this girl, I mean, Oscar award winning, Wonder Woman saw it. The woman was like delivering drama at its finest, was like in the brink of tears because this screenshot of a test, and this woman has 100,000 followers, it had over 3,500 likes by the time I got a hold of it, like disinformation. But she's basically like, these were the tests. They're recalling all of these tests because of XYZ, and these tests had false positives, and they are being recalled because, and she was like, they've been in existence since the beginning of the pandemic. This is what started the pandemic. This is what was used in New York and Seattle and blah, 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 like drama. Okay. Hi, Secret Squirrel. And I go and I find the exact article. Like I literally just wrote verbatim what the article, you know, because they love their headlines. It's not even PCR tests. It's the antigen test. It's testing for if you have the antibodies. Body. And so that's the first part. The second part is the batch that was bad was made in September and not distributed until November. So these tests didn't even exist at the beginning of the pandemic that were recalled. And they both had false negatives and false positives. That was it. So like across the board, just utter bullshit. And this woman is, and so I did the video, instant block, kept the video up, went on my backup, went into the comment section, was like, I find it very intriguing that I literally called you on your bullshit, tagged you in everything, and you blocked me and did not delete the video.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. You would literally think that it's like post-apocalyptic times. I mean, that the way that they act is just
so dramatic.
It's so dramatic. And it's like, you know, pick a lane. Like, you know, Marjorie Taylor Greene is out
Preferably the right
there,
one, but
right, protesting these people being in jail when it was Antifa. Like, or like it was all staged. Like, why are
yeah.
you?
Which was it?
Right.
Which was
Pick
it?
one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then I posted the video, which is still up. I don't know how, but it's still up. It's amazing. But the one where the one officer detailed what he was called by the woman in the pink MAGA shirt, and then kind of what they like to, you know, collectively yelled at him, which was horrible. So I played that video and I bookended it. Like, I'm finding that you have to like do little tricks to get around CVs. Children are coming in. So I bookended it with me, played the video, bookended it with me, and I used the caption app to like censor the words. So it was like bleeping over the pretty derogatory terms. So it's still up by the grace of God. We'll see. But someone in the comment section said, I don't know how much I trust it. Like, we need to, we need to interview people that were there. And I'm thinking to myself, okay. So I immediately go on Twitter and wish list on your page should be beneficial. Yeah. Hi, mindful skeptics. So I immediately go on Twitter and funny enough, there is a video clip of a patriot with his Trump flag from January 6th. It's, I guess, footage they released yesterday. Trump flag standing next to the gallows that they had erected, screaming about how the likes of Nancy Pelosi and Comey and all these people need to be hung by the gallows. They're treasonous fuckers, like language out the ass, like calling for their death and their murder, et cetera, et cetera. So I took that video and I'm like, here's someone that was there, you know, and I posted it. That one stayed up, and I did the same thing. Like, I did bookend it. I did do the dub, but I mean, it was pretty languagey. But I uploaded it, and it stayed up for about 12,000 views and about 3,000 likes. And he saw it and immediately deleted his comment, questioning people that were there. But of course, TikTok took it down for hate speech. And it's like so frustrating because this is an opportunity to share on a platform that gets more traction and more views and engagement, actual footage of what happened. Like, I'm so over TikTok taking that shit down. Yeah. Because these are the videos that need to be circulating right now. They really do. Like, they really need to drive home, like, these are your patriots. Like, stop saying fucking Antifa. And those are the videos that are getting censored. And like, yeah, I can share it on IG. I can reshare it on Twitter. But it's not getting the global traction, and it's definitely not reaching the people on the right that need to be seeing it.
Right. Absolutely.
Because they're all on TikTok.
Like they're using this like incredible, like the reach that they need to stretch because they're going to pull a muscle with their reach that they're making. Like, showing pictures of, I can't remember his name, the big black cop.
Yes, that's who I'm talking about. Yeah, that's who I was talking about with the video. Yeah.
Right. I mean, are you surprised that the large black man, like, it had nothing to do with size, but are you surprised that a black man supporting Black
Biden
Matter? Like, yeah, he's so what? He's holding a BLM sign. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, that doesn't
discredit him being a human being and an American.
Exactly.
And that's what keeps happening. Like, they have literally come to the conclusion that if you are not for them, you are against democracy, you are a communist, you are a socialist. Like, there's no gray area with these people. And that is what's truly polarizing the shit out of us right now, because there is just no gray area. And I'm like, we have tons of gray area and we can't ignore that.
Right. And so what if he posed for a picture with Pelosi? Like, why wouldn't you? Like,
like, you serve her in the Capitol. Like, that would be a very normal.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't understand it.
At the end of the day, like, I guess, should they have done better vetting of these testimonials? Maybe, but like, that's not damning evidence, in my opinion. And it shouldn't be, should he have deleted it? Maybe, but like, what does that mean? that means that he took a picture with one of the people that he protects, like that he thinks Black Lives Matter. Like, I don't know. They had just have it so like ingrained in their mind right now that like if you wear a BLM shirt, that means that you want to like burn cities down.
I'm sorry, my earpods just like stopped working.
Oh, that's okay.
I can hear you now.
Yeah. Okay, good. No, I was just saying that like just because you wear a BLM shirt or support BLM, they think that that means you want to like go burn cities down.
Yeah, because 200 people, millions of people who weren't all BLM, let's remind you, made decisions in the summer. And so that literally like discredits anybody supporting a movement that is for, you know, the betterment of the Black community. I don't get that. Like, again, it goes back to this all or nothing mindset, this idea that, you know, there was actually a guy, I don't know if you follow him, Medieval, but he did a guy and the guy came after him and he literally made a video saying, there is no gray. There is no, you know, he said there's only absolute. So he's really saying there's only black and white. And I'm like, that's 1,000,000% inaccurate. Like 70% of our society lives in the gray area. Okay. 70% of our society takes a little bit from both sides to make sense of, you know, elections, petitions, the government, bills being like, it is never absolute. So, you know, but that's the problem. These are extremists. I'm not even going to like sugarcoat it. These are, I actually just a like 90-minute Zoom with Demcast, who is kind of like a global or a nationwide movement with the same kind of idea that I had behind this TikTok page, where it's trying to bring awareness to the causes, to patients. But one of the things the guy said was, you know, he's one of the younger guys, and he's like, I'm referring to these individuals to differentiate them from the likes of Liz Cheney as radical Republicans, because they are in fact radical Republicans. Like they don't want to acknowledge bipartisanship. They don't want to acknowledge that, you know, some of the ideology and the talking points of the left have validity and have, you know, reasons that they need to be spoken on. They just want to say it's my way or no way. And they're gaslighting their population or their followers into that same narrative. It's like, how do you battle that? Like, I like at this point, I feel like we can't fight it. We just have to bring our numbers together, which is, you know, kind of my idea behind, like we like that's really our only option at this point, is get our numbers on point, or we're gonna live in this horrible alternate reality of conspiracy and gaslighting and fascism eventually. Like, let's be real.
Well, and it's nothing new either. I mean, like I saw a TikTok that was described, somebody asked like, you know, what would the forefathers say about mask mandates and stuff like that? And it was actually written in the law at that point in time that if you basically were the equivalent of the anti-masker, you would be sent to jail. And like even in the 1918 pandemic, if people refuse, here I have an article, mask wearing rules in the 1918 pandemic faced resistance. So this is nothing new, and they were actually fined $50 at that point, which was the equivalent of like $750, I think it was. It said, oh, you're commenting as me.
Oh, I did comment as you. That's me. Just kidding.
Well, I say hi too.
Hi.
So yeah, I mean, this is nothing new. The anti-masker agenda is unfortunately not new.
But now they have they have the connection through social media, through the news. Like they've just like these are not new issues. It's just the fact that new issues have been giving a megaphone and they can just reach so many more people, and it's
exactly
fucking terrifying.
exactly.
That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. Well, fun. You want to show everybody your video of the project that you've been working on?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to lead us into it? What are we looking at here?
So basically, again, the whole idea behind this page on TikTok, which also is mirrored on Twitter, and I hope to also have it mirrored on Instagram and even maybe Facebook, like as a page. But pretty much, this is kind of some collective voices that got together and, gave me some collaboration so that we can make kind of a single video with a lot of different creators, just speaking out for both, democracy and uniting the left to win that fight. So here we go.
We got to talk. I need to talk to all my left-leaning state babies, the territories, even y'all, okay? Anyone that's left-leaning, we got to get on the same page.
I want to welcome you to Lift Up Loud Left Voices, a place where we can get together and collaborate, a place you can visit on a daily basis to see new videos, real news, from real people.
Left Voices Unite.
Demonstrating unity on the left would create a platform for the sharing of stories and experiences of those who make up the intersectional identities that comprise this nation, leading to more equitable and effective policy changes.
Left Voices Unite.
Left has amazing people all over, making our planet greener, wages livable, our voices stronger. It's time we bring us together.
A bunch of progressives are going to unite to fight the good fight together? Count me in.
For me, it's all about my kids. I'm here to do my part in progressing our movement to make it more equitable for my children moving forward.
Left Voices Unite.
A much needed space where we come together to debunk all of the lies that have been fed to us. And we might not agree on every single issue, but rest assured that we're going to strive for the truth and we're going to speak facts.
I want to be on the right side of history by uniting the left against the far right. Come join us.
Left Voices Unite.
We actually can display that we can organize, get together, not have all the infighting that you see on some of these pages, and just get the fucking job done.
Left Voices Unite.
It's time. It's time. The time is now. Left Voices Unite.
And the reason I'm in part of this movement is because elections matter. And we saw that during the Trump administration, and we are seeing that now during the Biden administration.
It's time for us to truly band together and snuff out misinformation. Let's do it.
Left Voices Unite.
As a neurodivergent woman of color, I sometimes feel as if what I have to say isn't taken seriously or heard. Lift Up Loud Left Voices is a chance for my voice to finally be heard.
Unite Left Voices, because we have to.
Left Voices Unite.
It is time for us to stand up and shout. Enough is enough. We will no longer be oppressed. We will no longer be censored. We will no longer be silenced.
Social media gives us a way to connect like never before, and we can allow that to divide us, or we can allow it to connect us and drive change. Join us.
It don't matter the path we take to get there. We all have the same destination. Left Voices Unite.
This is about you. This is about me. This is about us as one. One voice.
This isn't just a page. It's a chapter in our history. This isn't left versus right. This is us coming together as a collective to right the wrongs of democracy. Silence is complacency. Are you ready to get loud?
Yay. Love it.
So, the fabulous dude Trader put that video together. He's amazing.
Nice.
So yeah, but
I love the RuPaul cameo with Tasha Petty.
It's the cameo we all needed. Okay.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. It was funny because we were talking about the video and he was like, I'm trying to figure out where to put House. I'm like, he's like, I feel like it needs to just be like kind of in the center, like just like break up the monotony. I'm like 100%, like just throw it in there and just, yeah. So it's funny because like the part that I made at the end, I literally made the morning that he collabed the video because I like woke up and I'm like, oh shit, do you want a video for me? And he's like, dude, you like made the page. Yeah, you should make a video. And I was like, oh, okay. Let me get up and brush my hair and I'll go make a video. So like I went out back and I did it. It took me like 2 takes, but I did that. And then he's like, well, I just found the ending of my video. I'm like, okay, cool. And then when he did like the stuff, like the way he did it, I was like, man, you're making me all like tingly. Like
I know. Yeah, totally. Wonder Woman's got it right. It gave me chills too.
I know. I love the end. But yeah, so far, we made that. Of course, that one got posted, I think on Thursday or Friday. I can't remember now.
Yeah,
Friday.
I think it was.
I think it was Friday. And then of course I made a kind of a follow-up because people were like, okay, how do we get involved? So I kind of gave like a tutorial on how to, participate. Yeah. And then, so we have like 4 videos up so far. Nice. 2 men, 2 women.
I need to get on it.
It's just, yes, get on it. I know. I got World's Okayest working on a video. I got Duchess Prim working on a video. Like I said, I got a lot of great white dudes in the weights, with videos available. So yeah, I just want to collectively add them. So here's my favorite thing that I just found out, that I made a video and I wanted to upload it, and of course it's not working. But so apparently it was just released yesterday that someone that had incorporated a company named Phase, F-A-Z-Z-E, which was linked to Moscow, was offering to pay YouTubers to spread disinformation about the Pfizer vaccine. And they were reaching out to like different nations.
Oh my God.
So 2 whistleblowers, 2 individuals who basically act like they were going to like agree to it. Got all the information, found out how much money they were offering them.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
They wanted to, well, got the script that they wanted them to follow, which was pretty much like, here's an article. The article was not founded in truth whatsoever. It actually had nothing to do with vaccine death, but it was basically kind of like a VAERS narrative, but for different, wherever their area was. So like the yellow card in the UK. So one creator, it looks like, took them up on it. So they reached out to a couple creators that had over a few million, followers on YouTube. And one of the creators took them up on it. He refused he took the video down, but refused to have an interview with BBC when all of this came out. And like, so I made a video. I'm like, from the beginning was like, these people are pushing this conspiracy propaganda, this anti-vaccine propaganda, and they are monetizing it. Whether it be YouTube monetizing it, whether it be, paid advocates. Like I said from the beginning, I like made videos about this. Like, I assure you, these people are getting paid to fucking lie to you. Like, I'm sorry. And they're all like, whatever. And, so I posted the video with the actual link, like the article and just kind of some of the interviews. And, and I have a video I'm going to post on my backup because Muscles, I guess, reposted someone else's, and I found the original video, so I'm going to make my own. But,
sources.
So it actually interviewed these people.
Source is.
Yeah. And I'm not shocked, but the moment I posted the article, I had gotten pushback at me like, well, are you any different? You're getting paid to push vaccine. And I said, who the fuck is like, can you tell me who's paying me?
Yeah.
Because where's my Soros check? I'm missing it. Like, it's not in the mail.
Totally.
I was like, I got kicked out of the Creator Fund in early May. I have not made a dime from TikTok. I'm like, I have my silly merch that I'm lucky to sell like a shirt every 2 months. Although I will say the last like month, I had a couple sales, but like I think I've made, since I started my merch last, September, I've maybe made $100. Like I can't even like take my family of 5 on a nice dinner with what I've made.
At this point, I'm paying to be on TikTok.
I'm paying to be on TikTok. Okay. So I kind of was like, my YouTube's not monetized at this point. Like, I don't make any money from TikTok. Like, I literally responded. I'm like, dude, I'm a mom that makes 11 grand a year. Like, this is, I'm not doing this to like, pay my bills. And he was like, well, and then he kind of apologized, like, well, they're demonetizing you. I would think that media would be pushing your agenda. And I'm like, have you been on TikTok? Like, yeah, they're not really good at that. Like, the disinformation stays up forever. And meanwhile, we all get taken out. But But then he brought up MSM, and I'm like, MSM is profiting no matter who they put on their show. Like, I don't know why that's, but they're bringing experts on. Like, you're discrediting CNN because they brought an actual epidemiologist or an actual, you know, someone who deals with actual making of the vaccines or virology. I'm like, these are the people that you were discrediting as fake news simply because they went on CNN instead of Fox.
Yeah.
Newsflash, Fox doesn't ask those people to come on there. So you're never going to see them there. It's not because they aren't experts in their field and have valid things to say. It's because Fox doesn't give a shit and they are serving to a specific demographic, and you are it, honey. Like
Fox is Fox is
it's gotten
bad
worse
right
and
now.
worse. Yeah. It's so bad. So bad.
I mean, they're right along with Parler at this point. And like Tucker Carlson last night was horrendous too.
I didn't watch
it. I need to go look at what he said last night about on Parler, but he was just like, I mean, he might as well have been on Parler talking about the testimonials at, you know, January 6th commission yesterday.
I did see, what was it, Graham? Graham basically passing out Best Actor awards for the officer's testimony. I was like, what is this bullshit?
Yeah.
What? Her own brother dragged her about it. It was kind of cool, but on Twitter. But I guess he Curtis Ingram like literally just spends his entire Twitter dragging his sister. Like, it's great.
Yeah.
It's like the best.
That's awesome.
So I have to tell you this. So going back on like vaccine and disinformation, this woman in the Telegram that one of the many channels I monitor, came in it yesterday early in the morning and said, does anyone know the symptoms of the Delta variant if you have had COVID but not been vaccinated? So she's reaching out to these people that she is entrusting, none of fucking which are doctors, by the way. Like, I don't even think there's any actual healthcare officials in this particular chat, at least none that I've seen speak up. But someone responds, there is no Delta variant. Give it another 2 weeks and you will see that those whom are getting sick are the ones that are vaccinated. So I'm going to tell you, like, I want you to see the path that this conversation takes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not vaccinated, had COVID in October, literally put me on my ass, and I'm sick again with similar symptoms of COVID, but in a different order. I've had digestive issues for about 5 days, and yesterday I started getting the cough, and today it's my chest, and it hurts when I cough, looking for any natural remedies. I'm not a doctor. That should have been your point where you went, so I'm not going to say fucking shit. Please call your doctor. But she didn't.
Right.
And I'm not responsible for any side effects. But this is what I would do. You can
not responsible for side effects?
Yeah. I'm not responsible for the side effects you may get from the suggestion I'm about to issue you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You can also contact the frontline doctors. Listen to this. And they rush prescriptions to you, from what I understand. Is it like, I'm sitting here in my mind going, is this fucking for real? Like, the frontline doctors that are bad will rush you. American frontline doctors.
Yeah.
Right. I do take one of all those supplements that they recommend as a preventative or to boost my immune system. And then someone comes back with, oh wait, what is this? Telling them quinceterin with zinc double, like, oh wait, I think where's the prescription? Someone literally like made up a prescription. It was amazing. Anyways.
Yeah, they're into that, and the vitamin D and the zinc.
Yeah. Oh, there's a video today that's the woman's like, I'm going to show you how to make hydrochloroquine, and then proceeds to put 3 lemons and 3 grapefruit peels in water with distilled vinegar and boil. I'm like, bitch, that is not hydrochloroquine.
Did you
Have
see
you read
Savannah's? Yeah. Did you see Savannah's response to that?
No.
Oh my God.
I saw Nurse Tough Love. Like, it was pretty funny.
No.
No, honey. No, honey. So someone's like, so sorry to hear this. I had the same hard time with it. My naturopath instructed me to take oregano oil every hour. It helps with chest congestion. Also, NAC breaks up the spike proteins and helps with deep breathing. The last thing I did was get a cool mist humidifier and made HOCl, put it in there, closed the door, and went to bed breathing the humidity air. HOCl is a natural bleach that your body makes.
Oh, do you want to join my downline for my doTERRA business?
Oh my God.
That's what needs to come up next. Jesus Christ, that's scary.
It's just wild to me. It's just wild to me.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah. Well, and it's crazy to me too that like all the hippies are so, I think we've talked about this before, that all the hippie naturopathic, whatever, they're all, on the conservative side, anti-vaxxing side now.
Yeah.
Scary.
I know. Like, I'm like, don't you know they want to kill your planet? Like, you can't hug trees if you're supporting these assholes. Just saying.
Right.
Just saying.
Yeah. I've got a friend who works for Burning Man, and Burning Man is canceled again this year, obviously, because there's no way that they can get 50,000 people together or more. And she was like, honestly, part of the decision was because, all these anti-vaxxing hippies, they're just not going to get the vaccine. Obviously we're at the period now where it's kind of going in the opposite direction, and it wouldn't have happened anyway. But when they made the decision, it kind of seemed like things were going to be back to normal, in the early fall. But no, thank goodness the smoke has cleared, so they finally got the fires under control. Did you get our smoke?
I don't think so. I will say when we were in Falmouth, it was pretty hazy when we left.
Yeah.
What day did we leave? We left last Thursday, and it was, the fog was so freaking dense leaving.
Yeah, I heard
that area.
I had followers in Maine who were saying they saw some of the fire smoke. I mean, we're less than 20 miles from that fire that is like going everywhere in the US. It was so bad here. I mean, I didn't let the kids outside.
That's
for days.
crazy.
Yeah. And it's like that every freaking summer. We have like 2 weeks where we just can't go outside.
It's crazy. Someone said these are fake hippies. Jennifer
totally.
said, these are fake hippies. You're right, Jennifer. If you're siding with conservatives over a simple thing like masks and vaccines and discredit and ignoring all of the other bullshit they stand for, you are not a hippie and you do not deserve that title.
Right.
I've said it. I'm not taking it back.
Hippies care for others and do what's right for the community, and that is fighting about bodily autonomy when it comes to stuff like this, where it's something that is really not going to hurt you. Wearing a mask is not going to hurt you.
No. And the bad thing is, like, I believe these parents, and they're going to be. I mean, I know some states won't go back on it. But I know some of these parents are going to be pissed that they've been advocating to get masks out of the schools for the upcoming year. And some states are probably going to flip on that, even though they already send out notification, like no mask, because they can't help it, we are in a pandemic of the unvaccinated, and that includes children, whether you like it or not. And 2 days ago, there was 11 children in the hospital, in the emergency rooms because of COVID in Tennessee, just in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And the thing is, since October of last year, the number of MISC, multi-symptom inflammation of kids, has jumped 400%. We had 1,000 cases up until October, and now we have almost 5,000 cases.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, there was a kid that lost all their limbs because of it. And I know that that's a rarity, and I know that, it can be manageable, but it's like, why would you want to risk that shit? Like, why would you want to take that chance with your kid?
Right.
Or your family? I mean, my own mom refuses to get vaccinated, and I'm just like, okay. And I can't argue with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
She has underlying health conditions. So she got one of her underlying health conditions, supposedly from a flu vaccine, but, so she has some hesitancy around what she deems unnecessary vaccines, but it's still hard for me because she's already had COVID, and I'm really worried if she got it again, it wouldn't be as kind to her or my stepdad.
Right.
And she has grandkids. She has me. I'm like, I'd like you to stick around. It's kind of nice.
Totally.
So, yeah, it's just, that aspect's hard for a lot of people. I think the politics and the COVID and everything has just divided the shit out of, friends and family, and, in addition to the country.
Yeah.
And
we have close friends that we don't talk to anymore, and they weren't even that conservative, but they just like lean so hard into it, and they won't get vaccinated. And it's like, I'm not going to let you be around my medically fragile preemie. Like, sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, Tracy.
That matters. Hello.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, it was funny because, people were like, why can't you just talk to people and not have to make everything political? And I said, here's the deal though. What is the biggest talking point when you have a conversation with someone, stranger or not? Like, if you get into a conversation, what is the conversation going to turn to? The pandemic.
Yeah.
And what has been politicized? The pandemic. So like, you can't even, like, there was a woman at my pool, and sweetest lady, has 2 young boys. My younger daughter, like, would play with him and stuff last summer and like keep them busy. It was so cute. So I bumped into her, and based on last year, I had a hint of like where she stood politically, because of obviously COVID was a factor then, but I didn't really know. And then all of a sudden this past like 2 weeks ago, I bumped into her at the pool for the first time, and she's just anti-vax, anti-mask, and like that was immediately where the conversation went. And I'm like sitting here like,
yeah.
And I basically was like, well, me and my daughters and my husband have all been vaccinated. She's like, you have? And I'm like, yep, I was vaccinated in February, my husband in March, my eldest in April, my middle in June, and I'm just waiting for my youngest. She's like, yeah, I'm not comfortable. And I'm like, that's your call. But, the reality is we're going to get to a point where we get enough numbers, it's going to impact us all. And that's what's going to happen.
Right. Right.
Muscles and Laughter and Light both released videos talking about Israel, and Israel is a prime example that the Delta variant is going to get the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. We have protection, but that is going to lessen with more cases, and the viral load's heavier.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's 3 times the viral load. So, their idea is like, previously the viral load was like small enough that you may infect 1 to 2 people, and those people and so on. But now the viral load, you could affect 6 to 8 people. Like, that's how much more contagious it is. So yes, the vaccinated are going to fare better. We're not going to have the number of deaths and hospitalizations, but we're still going to get sick. And for people like me, people like you, we can't risk getting sick and passing it to our kids.
Right.
And and that's the thing that I think a lot of people don't seem to think or care about. It's, it goes beyond, like, they were like, you're vaccinated. Yeah, you're right. I am protected, but my 9-year-old isn't. And if the fact that I can transmit it to her, if I contract it, that's an issue. And, it's just crazy. Back to staying. I know. Back to staying. I don't want to stay in. I don't want that to be our life. He's like, I need mom's attention right now. Hi.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. We can hop off. I know we just wanted to like catch up and do a quick little...
I know. He's like, you said 30 minutes.
I know. We lied. We're so awful. We talk too damn much.
It was good to get yeah. Let's am I super...
You're glitchy. It's fine. Yeah, we'll figure out who we want to talk to next week and make that happen.
All right, everybody. It was nice to see everyone, and we're looking forward to getting this project off the ground with you. And I'm really excited to get involved.
Yes, thank you. I'm excited to see what it becomes. We'll see.
All right, everybody.
All
We will
right.
see you next week. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next Wednesday. Thank you.